So, you want to learn how I just did that with a pair of shears, no armor, no abilities, nothing. You can make a lot of coins, mining XP, with mithril powders, or do your commissions really fast. Make sure to follow through this whole video as there's a very specific way of doing this to make it work, and you can use this for yourself. So the whole system works around the mining fatigue system, which is used in Dwarven Mines, where the player has to be using their specific tools, not the vanilla tools, to break specific blocks, and the speed at which they break their blocks is determined by their mining speed. But in this case, we're gonna use a special milk bucket where you can't just use a regular milk bucket, but a milk bucket where you get it from a special way can be used in the Dwarven Mines to remove the slowness or mining fatigue effect. So if you drink that, you can use vanilla tools, such as the shears, to break the wool in there, which is mithril. So how do you get these special milk buckets, you ask? The way to get them is quite simple, and the way to use them in the Dwarven Mines is quite simple but a little bit more complicated, so follow up. First you get iron ingots on your island, and you make just regular buckets with it actually. And once you make as many buckets as you like, you have to get a cow minion on the island, and you milk them. That's the part of getting the milk done. So how do you get these special milk buckets, you ask? I got iron from the bazaar on my island, and I will differentiate the difference between a working milk bucket and a milk bucket that does not work in the Dwarven Mines. So first you just make buckets like usual. And as you can see, if I just milk a cow right now, the milk bucket is gonna have a rarity tag down there, and it says common. Now that doesn't work in the deep cavern, so that's useless. How you do it the correct way is if you get multiple buckets, and let's say you milk 3 cows, and you leave the regular bucket with the rarity over here. The buckets that goes to your inventory, as you can see, they don't have the rarity tag below that. Now those milk buckets work. So what you do next is you put these milk buckets in any backpacks. So I put them in these backpacks right now, and then we go to the Dwarven Mines. Now the next step after before coming to the Dwarven Mines actually, is you have to make sure the backpack is in your ender chest, not in your inventory. So I have my backpacks in my ender chest right now with the milk bucket. And if you just try to mine mithril while in the Dwarven Mines without the milk, or the special milk at least, it's not going to work because, well, there's the mining fatigue system which stops me from mining anything without the special mining pickaxe. So now how you do is you empty out your hand and you tap /SV menu. And if you grab the milk bucket from the ender chest, you shift click it and you drink it. Now if you try the same thing with the shears, it is going to work. And look how fast I can mine this. This is so much faster than what I can do with like something like even a drill. So if I use my drill right now, it's gonna be very slow. And keep in mind, this is a drill that uses fuel with my mining stats. But with the shears, you don't need any mining stats, any special armor or nothing. You just mine along. So on to how to make money using this method. The most efficient way I found is using your Heart of the Mountain 2 mining fortune ability and just completely maxing that out. As you don't need to max it out straight away. This works without it. But as you keep doing this method and you get more mithril powders, you can upgrade your mining fortune, and this will give you more mithril per mithril block you mine. And you also want to make sure you're mining the blue wool, not any other wool, as they give the most mithril. Now on to the best location to do this method. You see these regular veins, they don't work very well as they don't have many blue wool per vein. So you will have to wait for them to respawn after mining them again. So that will just slow down your method. And there's a place where you don't have to wait as there's so much blue wool. And I'll show you the place right now. If you come from spawn, you go straight, take a right, and then you should go through these miners, keep going through the gate, through the small gate over here, and if you take a left, you should be able to see another small gate. Keep going here, you'll end up in this huge place, the Far Reserve. If you take a left, and a left, you should see this place. Now as you can see, this place has a lot of blue wool compared to the other veins. So you should be able to chill over here, and if there's people here, you can just change lobbies. And you should be able to mine over here without having to slow down or wait for the wool to respawn, as there's just so many wool. So the last tip I can recommend while using this method to get extra profits is to use a mining pad that's not level 100, such as a mithril golem. And you get a lot of mining XP using this method, so you can get this to level 100 fairly quickly and resell it for a big profit, as level 100 pads sell for a lot more than a level 1 pad. Now this method is still a glitch, so it might get fixed in the near future, but as for now, it works. So my second tip will be getting a stonk pickaxe. It just has to be a regular stonk. It costs about 500k from the auction house or the end market. And this is good because you can mine the prismarine stuff. They give mithril and the mithril powders as well. So that's good. It's not as fast as the blue wool, as the blue wool gives more, but that works as well. And when you get titanium, you can quickly get that with a stonk for extra titanium, which makes a lot more money than the regular mithril. Now this is all I know for this method. If you know any other tricks you can use to maximize profit, feel free to comment it down below to help others. Hopefully this helped you. If it did, great.